This is going to be another tool along video where I show you how I would go about tooling this particular belt pattern out, which is a floral scrollwork pattern. There are no leaves, flowers, anything like that. It's just a bunch of different scrolls and stickers, a flowing whirlwind pattern, if you will. And this is one of the belt patterns that I do offer on my website as digital downloads. It is this pattern right here. On this sheet and on every sheet that I do offer, all of these are 3 separate belt patterns. So if you are interested in those, then they are on my website. I'll link them in the description. I do have a video covering this pattern in the past if you're interested in that, but I've had some requests to cover this one, and I do intend on covering a lot more of these patterns, so keep an eye out for those. But for now, we're going to talk about this one, and I do believe this specific worksheet on my website is listed as the number 2 floral belt patterns. So go check that out if you're interested. I'll link everything that I mentioned in the description. And also in the very first video where I introduced these belt patterns, which is also on my channel that I will link, I cover how I like to go about transferring these patterns from paper to leather. And so if you're interested in that, check that video out as well. But as you can see, we already have the design laid out on this piece of leather, and I went ahead and laid this out to where it is shaped like a belt here on the end. So this particular pattern doesn't necessarily have an ending structure. It's just a continuous flowing pattern. And as you can see, when you're laying this one out on like for a full length belt, not just this short section, this is a pattern that you can actually, once you get to the end, just go down and match the lines up and place it up. You might have to do some penciling in and use your imagination, but you can just kind of match everything up and get it going. But since it doesn't have an ending structure, I went ahead and showed you how I would go about doing it. This is just one of the ways that I just kind of came up with this really quick. I added another big acanthus leaf and some stickers, but you can go about finishing it however you want. But that is how I went ahead and did it today. And this particular video, I'm just going to go ahead and show you how I would go about carving and tooling this out. I probably won't be doing much talking, but I will mention on the screen all of the tools I'm using and show you how I'm using them. And we'll just get this thing looking really nice and cool. It's got some moisture in it, so let's go ahead and get started. Bye.